Billboard went up in Gordon Drive in Sioux City this week. KTIV's Kaylee Doms talked with the family of a woman whose murder case has remained unsolved for 33 years.
For some families, justice never comes, but that doesn't mean that their stories are forgotten. A billboard went up this week in Sioux City to honor a Native woman whose death has gone unsolved for over 3 decades. But it isn't just about remembrance. It's about pushing forward the conversation around missing and murdered Indigenous women across the country.
I want to reach out to the public and say, can you help us? You know, my mom deserves justice. Lori was a beautiful woman, and can you just reach out and do the right thing?
That was Kayla Buffalo Chief Serum, the daughter of Lori and Decorah. Lori was a part of the Winnebago tribe in Nebraska and lived her whole life in Siouxland. She was beaten and stabbed to death in 1992, and Kayla says justice has never been served, and 33 years ago, her family had no support and no help from local law enforcement.
In 1992, when my mother was murdered, there was almost no help for my family. They felt helpless. It was very traumatizing. I was 9 years old, but she was just ripped away.
Now, Kayla is bringing her mother's story back to life and demanding justice. In March, the family held a vigil and launched the Voices for Lori campaign. In June, they held a silent auction to raise funds for a billboard. She says the community of Siouxland rallied together for the silent auction, with local businesses donating items.
For me, that was huge. That was people in the community saying, okay, we care. You're not alone in this fight. And they acknowledged what's going on and donated, and we were able to host that silent auction and raise enough funds for the billboard.
The campaign launched not only to bring awareness to her mother's case, but to push forward the conversation around missing and murdered Indigenous women across the country and to raise awareness for families impacted by injustice.
I founded Voices for Lori, Justice and Awareness campaign, to highlight, my mother's case here in the Siouxland area. She is a part of that crisis. Also, we want to stand in solidarity with the other missing and murdered Indigenous cases within our community, but also, the nation. It is a worldwide crisis that needs attention.
According to Native Hope, an organization aimed to address the injustice done to Native Americans, the murder rate for Indigenous women living on a reservation is 10 times higher than the national average and is the 3rd leading cause of death for Native women.
They matter, their lives mattered, they are not lost, they aren't silent anymore. And we can stand up for my mother and each and every one of those women and relatives in our community and say, hey, your life was worth something.
Kayla says she plans to continue spreading awareness for her mother's case and other murdered and missing Indigenous women, no matter how much time passes. In Sioux City, Kaylee Doms, KTIV News 4.